Hello and welcome to the One Fall Show, WWE 2k19 Super Universe. My name's Nate Bender. I will be your lead commentator for tonight's action. Joining me in the booth, the one, the only, the man who makes it happen, Will Cherry. What's going on, Will?
What up, swag? I look like Vince McMahon. I'm yelling, woo, like I'm Ric Flair.
There we go. Also joining us, as always, we've got from the One Fall Show, he's the man in charge and asks the questions. It's Chuck Bean. Chuck, what's going on, my man?
I don't have any good rhymes to spit like Mr. Will, but I am happy to be here and excited to see what this week's card brings for all of us.
Yes, me too. And also joining us, one half of the Sunshine Buddies, and now the $17 man, Shawnee Constant.
Hey, everybody. I am a little bit stoned, and I cannot stop wondering why the Infinity Gauntlet is tearing Lacey Evans apart.
That was an interesting choice of menu animations for 2K for this year of video games. But anyway, we are here to bring you the best WWE 2K19 action with our customized modded universe mode. And excited is just one of the many words that I could use because I think this week it's the first week that we don't have a pay-per-view in a while.
Damn.
So why don't we actually, real quick before we get started here, take a look at our schedule. And yes, we don't have a pay-per-view this week. We are, of course, working towards NXT TakeOver Chicago next week. Money in the Bank follows that. And then we've got AEW's Fight for the Fallen. That's a look ahead towards the month of July and our next 3 episodes. But today, we have no pay-per-view action. So my question to you guys is: Do we want to do a bonus promo, a bonus match? What do you guys think?
I do like the idea of a promo.
All right, a promo is on the table. Will, what about you?
I like both ideas, but we haven't had a promo in a while. We only did one.
That's true. Yeah. So why don't I think maybe it might be dependent on the matchups. How about that? Right?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once we see what the cards bring us, maybe having the option of adding an additional event this week.
Yes, if we've got 2 barn burners and we're like, oh man, I want to see both of these, we can do that this week. All right, so let's run down the card for Raw. Starting off, we've got Robert Roode taking on Dominik Dijakovic. We've also got a triple threat match. Mickie James taking on Zelina Vega and Peyton Royce. Dominik, Mysterio, and Rey Mysterio team up to take on Shane Thorne and Humberto Carillo. Actually, I take that back. That's a fatal 4-way. That's not a tag team match. I just assumed it was a tag team match. That's a fatal 4-way. Interesting there. We've also got Aleister Black taking on Akira Tozawa. Poor Akira Tozawa. We've got Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Seth Rollins taking on the Big Show, and in our main event, we've got Kevin Owens taking on Old Man Edge. What do you guys think? And what do you guys want to call this week? I'm not sure that there's 2 in there that I'm terribly interested in, but there's definitely 1.
I think I know which one.
Oh yeah? I
think I know.
Yeah, which one is that?
That's that fatal 4-way.
That fatal 4-way is definitely interesting. I mean, you got Rey and Dominik taking on each other. What's going to happen if Rey pins Dominik, or if Dominik pins Rey?
Well,
my God,
will Dominik have custody over Rey?
It's a good callback there. That's a good callback there. Shawnee, what about you? What are you feeling?
I'm down with that fatal 4-way. I think that's a good call.
All right, we got 2 for the fatal 4-way. I think that's all we need to cast a vote. We're going to check out this fatal 4-way. It's Monday Night Raw. As you can see, I have not updated the intro.
Not yet.
Have you got? Did you guys see this week's Raw and the new intro with the rap song?
I did, and I don't even know what song that is.
Neither do I.
I feel like this is the first time they haven't gone for something new metal or new rock.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting choice. The Chiron package is pretty good, but outside of that, like, not sure I'm totally feeling it. All right, here we go. Robert Roode taking on Dominik Dijakovic here in our curtain jerker. And Robert Roode takes the W. We've got Mickie James taking on Zelina Vega and Peyton Royce. Zelina Vega comes up with the victory there. Interesting.
When a member of Retribution can't even get a win over the glorious one, Robert Roode, you know you're in trouble.
Yeah, well, listen, it's obvious that they're burying Retribution 6 feet deep. There's no way that group, any one of those group gets out of that mid-card. And I doubt 6 months from now that we will be speaking the name Retribution. All right, here is our fatal four-way matchup. It's Rey Mysterio, Dominik Mysterio, Shane Thorne, and Humberto Carrillo. Yeah, Retribution is not in a good spot considering they bumped that explanation promo and then jobbed him out the very next week. That doesn't...
Oh, yeah, absolutely jobbed him out. He did give a hell of a promo, though. That's where, Ali is able to shine much, much brighter than the story he's given right now.
But that's really the sad part about Retribution, is that every single member of that group, maybe outside of Dio Madden, has a ton of talent and a ton of potential. And it's such a waste to bury them with such a mid-card jobber gimmick, and I realize that I have recently said that about the Dark Order, and the Dark Order has very much sort of changed their fortune within the last 6 weeks. I don't see that happening for Retribution at all.
I mean, but look at who we talking about booking them, though. Come on.
It's true.
They don't have a clue.
No,
they got so many wrestlers on this roster, and they just act like there's only 20 of them.
It's very true.
Everyone else is filler or fodder.
Where's Bo Dallas? We haven't seen Bo Dallas on television in years.
I hope Bo Dallas comes out with Ja Rule as his manager.
Bring back the social outcasts.
No, it is a damn shame he hasn't been able to run out with his political signs even once during this season.
Yeah. Genuinely, I think that they should just send Bo Dallas back to NXT.
Oh, that would be great.
He had
he's a hell of a talent. I honestly thought for a while that he had been fired.
Yeah, me too.
I was shocked to relearn that he was still on the roster, and I thought, what a waste.
Yeah. But it's the same thing. Like before they fired Curtis Axel, where the fuck was he?
Yeah.
And they've got so much time. Like they eat up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 7 hours of television every single week. And then on top of that, they've got the network. Don't tell me that you can't find a spot to showcase these guys.
It's not just me, right? This fatal four-way is kind of like one of these things is not like the others situations.
A little bit.
You got like three guys steeped in Mexican luchador wrestling, and then you have Shane Thorne.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you've got the Luchas, and then you've got Shane Thorne.
CMLL, everybody.
Now, if Shane Thorne knew ahead of time about this match and has been practicing his Hurricane Ranas, then maybe he stands a chance.
He's too busy wearing a paper plate on his face.
Speaking of Luchador, that Lucha Brothers match was incredible on Wednesday. It was everything I wanted it to be, and what a showcase for what Lucha wrestling can be.
Yeah, agreed.
What a great advertisement for Dale Gas.
Come on down to Dale's Gas. We've got great Trucker tapes.
And Humberto. He'll be here signing autographs.
Are off the chart.
All right.
Got horny goat weed and straight meth.
Here we go. Fatal 4-way action about to get underway. The Mysterios, Humberto Carillo, and Shane Thorne.
Already.
And Dominik going right after Ray.
Straight dropkick to the mush.
No favoritism.
So this isn't where the big boys play, is it?
years of family frustration coming out already in this match.
Dominik very upset about the Christmas. He did not get a Nintendo 64.
Oh, straight up. He's mad he didn't go to Halloween Havoc 97.
Right?
Was 97 a good one?
I think that was the purple Mysterio, the Billy Zane
yeah.
Phantom fucking Mysterio.
That's right.
And I laughed because that movie sucked dick. Billy Zane sucks ass.
It is really funny to watch Rey Mysterio when he gets his superhero costumes, because they're always pretty much based on whatever movie was going to be big that year. Like the WrestleMania, he came out as Daredevil when the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie came out.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh,
you didn't plan this one out very well, Ray.
No, not at all. Or when he was Mysterio. There was a big dive there from Shane Thorne to the outside on, Humberto Carillo doing a big dive on Shane Thorne there to the outside. And now Rey Mysterio going to work on Shane Thorne. Dominik Mysterio taking chunks out of Humberto Carillo. Back into the ring. Goes at least a pair of these
partners.
Yes, that's right. And promenade.
Do you think that's a good strategy in a fatal 4-way, or should you just focus on one dude?
You know, in terms, listen, I can't speak to anything inside of an actual wrestling ring because I am not athletic in the least. However, I can tell you in this game, it's actually best to go between targets and just beat the shit out of as many people as you possibly can.
Interesting.
Big Meteora there from Humberto Carillo to Dominik Mysterio, and now Humberto and Ray going to work on Shane Thorne.
Nice suplex right there.
Yes, beautiful suplex.
On him with that back suplex.
Ooh, European uppercut.
Ooh, that was a snug uppercut.
Shot to the gut right there. Humberto into a DDT. Rey Mysterio looks rocked as he rolls to the outside. Dominik and Humberto now turning on each other. Into the corner, Dominik.
I mean, they had a moment where they were going to double team, and then they just turned on each other right there.
Yeah. No friends in this fatal 4-way.
Shane Thorne gets in a drop kick, and then Humberto Carillo gets a nice face wash there in the corner. Shane Thorne now and Humberto Carillo going at it.
Dale Gass, not a fan of the Mysterio family, driving them both out of the ring.
He's going to lose some money on some sales here.
Who is Dale, and why is his gas so special?
You never know. Maybe he's all about the environment.
I think the reason that everyone is fighting so difficult or so hard in this particular match is because a $100 gift card to Dale Gass is on the line.
Oh, wow. You would think that Humberto would be like, I don't need that. I've already got the Dale's Gas sponsorship. Oh, man. Ray setting Dominik up for the 619.
Such family betrayal right here.
To his own flesh and blood.
It's to teach you a lesson, son.
And the frog splash.
Double frog splash.
Wow. Takes out Humberto Carillo at the same time. This could be it. Ray's down into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, no. And Dominik kicks out.
Oh, I love that moment with Humberto. He's sort of stumbling up, completely unaware, just thinking, I'm just going to get this pin. And out of
nowhere, catching a
Rey Mysterio.
Catching a Rey Mysterio to the head. Dragon whip leg screw there.
Mysterio nearly winning him this match, knowing that you got to take everybody out before you go for a pin.
That's right. Shane Thorne now working on the arm. Humberto Carillo with a cheap shot now to the knees and takes Shane Thorne down. That was an interesting cutter right there.
Like a cutter face buster.
Yeah. Humberto Carillo.
If I remember correctly, that was originally what was called the
Humberto talking a lot of trash.
And taking a receipt for it. Shane Thorne with just a massive lariat takes Humberto down to the mat. Snap suplex now from Dominik Mysterio. Dominik warming up the crowd, and now here's Rey Mysterio with a big Hurricanrana.
Around the world twice.
That's right. Rey taking shots at Humberto. Tying him up into the ropes. It looked like he might have been setting up for 619, but in comes Dominik with a... Wow.
Okay.
Wow, that's some teamwork there.
That is some teamwork. They may have been going at each other at the start, but oh man, Shane Thorne, surprise roll up. 1, 2.
Woo. That may have been his last chance to win this Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, if Rey hadn't kicked out of that, there would have been no hope. Dominik and Humberto were just not
Shane Thorne
there.
ducks the super kick.
Shane now grabbing Humberto, putting him into a single leg Boston Crab.
Dominik is missing like crazy.
Yeah, Dominik can't seem to find the mark.
A lot of action in this match.
Yeah, seriously. Lots to call here. Whip to the outside. Rey Mysterio taking Humberto down to the outside. And Dominik.
This match just went to the outside.
Yeah, Dominik decides to join him as well. Shane now coming to the outside.
And frustration starting to build on Shane Thorne.
And who can blame him? The action has been all over the place there. You would think the allegiances that would have formed up early in this match did not end up forming up at all. Rey Mysterio now with Humberto Carrillo. Looks like he's taking him over to the steel steps, but can't quite make it there.
His idiot son won't get out of the way.
That's scissors.
Wow, look at that. Big head scissors from Ray.
Humberto Carrillo, he understands that you got to get it back in the ring. You can't win it out on the floor.
Yeah.
And he's missing that super kick again, too.
Lots of missing with super kicks. All right, Humberto Carrillo taking on now Shane Thorne, and now Dominik setting up for the 619 on Rey Mysterio. Boom!
Little Recito. He said nope.
Down
into
the cover. One. Oh no! Broken up by Humberto Carrillo, and he takes a gigantic drop kick from Dominik.
All 3 men are down. Dominik pick one and pin him.
Yeah, he's got his choice.
Humberto coming up with a big reversal there. Whip into the corner, and now Humberto
Shane Thorne trying to sneak in the back door.
Now taking and turning his attention to Rey Mysterio. Shane Thorne makes his way to his feet and starts working on Dominik. Shoves him against the turnbuckle, comes back for a big German suplex, and Dominik Mysterio wisely rolls out of harm's way. 3 men in the ring now. Shane whipping Humberto to the outside, but here comes Rey Mysterio. I don't even know what you would call that.
It's kind of a luchador version of a Canadian destroyer.
Yeah.
Mexican destroyer.
Mexican destroyer. I like it. Humberto now with Shane in the corner, turns him around. Nice snapmare there, and up, and wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Look at the athleticism.
What was that, springboard single moonsault?
Yeah. And Dominik coming in.
Slick move.
1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Oh my God.
Look at Humberto, man. Dale's gas is pissed.
Wow. Humberto Carrillo taking, delivering his finisher, taking the time to get up and hot dog to the crowd, and here comes Dominik, says, no, this one's mine.
I think his finisher is called the Dale Gas, right?
There we
Dale
go.
Gas.
Yes.
El Dale gas?
There we go. Dominik Mysterio, your victor.
come on down Dale Gas. We got night crawlers and beer.
I think we found our first shirt, even though WWE already has it.
Do the real Dale's Gas shirt?
Yes.
There we go. All right, Aleister Black taking on Akira Tozawa. Something tells me that Akira Tozawa doesn't have much of a shot here, and he wins!
If we had not picked the Fatal 4-Way, that would have been my vote.
Wow.
Aleister Black and Akira Tozawa.
Wow, they are burying Aleister Black deeper than you can believe. Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre coming up with the victory there. Seth Rollins taking on The Big Show. Seth Rollins coming up with the W. And in our main event, Kevin Owens taking on Old Man Edge.
Battle
KO
of Canada
takes the show. That's Raw for this week. Now we move on to AEW Dynamite.
Let's go Thunder.
Booked in catering. All right, let's take a look at the AEW Dynamite card. Starting off hot.
Wow.
Brian Cage taking on Cody. That's a hell of a matchup right there. Brody. Wait, did I say Brian Cage or Brody? Whatever. Brody Lee taking on Orange Cassidy.
Brody Cage.
Brody Cage, that's right. And Helico and Jack Evans, the Hybrid 2, take on Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, the Dark Order. We got Matt Hardy taking on Jake Hager in our mid matchup. We've also got Santana and Ortiz taking on the Young Bucks. Chris Jericho doing a self-promotion promo. And in our main event, Best Friends, Trent and Chuck Taylor taking on FTR. I know what matchup I want to watch. It's this Brian Cage and Cody Rhodes matchup. That's the one I want to see. All right.
There you go.
I think we got two. That's all we need. Here we go. It's Brian Cage taking on Cody on AEW Dynamite.
Sorry, Team Money 33 said Nate Thunder or Riot.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't make the cards. We just call them. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting episode of AEW Dynamite. We got some incredible matchups. We're starting off hot with Brian Cage and Cody Rhodes, and we are coming to you live from Birmingham, England, for some reason.
First international tour.
That's right. It's AEW Dynamite.
Pip, pip, governor.
All right, here we go. It's our curtain jerker. It's Brian Cage taking on Cody Rhodes. Who do you guys like for this one? I got to say, I'm a big fan of Brian Cage, but I also there's not a Cody Rhodes match that I've seen in AEW that I haven't liked yet.
I absolutely love what Cody Rhodes is doing, but he might be biting off more than he can chew with Brian Cage. He's a low-key greatness.
All right, here we go.
I knew it.
Here we go. Cody Rhodes starting off hot, taking down Brian Cage as he enters the ring. And man, we've got to get a referee in here to break this up.
But that's smart on Cody. Take him down while you can.
That's right.
Yeah, when you've got a guy with the power of Brian Cage you're going up against, you want to take every advantage you can get.
That is absolutely right. There's a lot of height and weight difference between these two men, and Cody maybe looking to even the odds in some way. And a lot of fighting here on the ramp.
Yeah.
Wow. Vertical suplex into a Falcon Arrow. That's got to hurt.
There's not a lot of give on those ramps.
No. Brian Cage now whipping Cody closer to the ring and coming up with a big elbow right at the end of the ramp, right on the concrete.
And another one.
And a third.
He's working NWA 1984 right now.
4 big elbows out on the floor.
He's
And
trying
when
to
a guy
crush
is
his
willing to
sternum.
Jump up and drop an elbow out on the floor. That tells you exactly how much he cares for his own body, much less yours.
Brian Cage finally making his way into the ring. Cody joins him. And now we're officially underway. Cody Rhodes whipping Brian Cage into the corner and coming up with a big clothesline. Big stomps from Cody as Brian Cage is down on the mat, makes his way finally to a vertical position, and Cody is just all offense. Whip now, corner to corner, and a big forearm from Cody.
Fans loving this right now.
Cody now hanging Brian up on the ropes, but Brian able to reverse. Cage now. Oh, look at the power
press right there, folks.
Wow. Gorilla press slam. Oh, man. And that's the danger that Brian Cage presents, is that power just comes from nowhere. Another big forearm landing right on the button of Cage.
Cody demonstrating that he can take the best that Cage throws at him and still keep going. This
Cody
is
now on the top rope. What is he about to do? A double axe handle.
Big double axe handle.
Hey, so that's smart. Classic. Yes, old school, but smart move.
2. Oh, kick out at 2.
You take Brian Cage's head out, he's not going to be able to get you in any kind of power move. He's going to lose his mind right there. He's not going to be able to focus.
And anyone who's watched Will win the Cruiserweight title knows he's a big fan of the double axe handle.
Cage coming up with a reversal there and a short arm clothesline, and Cody just taken down to the mat.
Nearly took his head off.
Cody is struggling.
Tangled in the ropes there.
Big power bomb, just delivering damage to the back. You can see the pain on Cody's face. Down to the mat.
Just grabbing him by the ears and throwing him face first in the mat.
The momentum has for sure shifted in Brian Cage's favor, and that happened in a blink of an eye. Brian Cage now just taunting Cody as he's waiting for him to get to a seated position. Kick to the back.
It all goes back to that gorilla press slam.
Yeah. Cody now working on that surgically repaired shoulder of Brian Cage. That's gonna be the key, I think, to taking Cage out here, is to work on that previously injured shoulder. Oh, and the disrespect from Cody. Oh, just driving down with a big knee. Forearm shots, and wow, nice. Standing double axe handle. And Brian Cage,
my goodness.
A guy that size coming up with a springboard moonsault, but he didn't get anything there. Cody able to get out of the way just in time. And Cage is now fighting back, turning the momentum in his favor.
And they're going back and forth right now. They both want this win.
Just trading shots one after another. Brian Cage now gets Cody into another one of those vertical suplex Falcon arrows. Cody now.
This match would have been over if he landed that moonsault.
Oh, absolutely. Cody with a back suplex there. Pretty as a picture. Cody now with the control, taking Cage over to the ropes. Oh man, that big boot from Cody. And he is setting up.
Crossroads coming.
Yeah, we might be seeing the Crossroads up into the Crossroads. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Cody now into the cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it.
That has got to take the wind out of the sails of Brian Cage, man. He could have had that match in 2 or 3 different spots.
You know, it's arguable, had Cody not jumped Brian Cage before the match, he may have not gotten the upper hand. Because when Brian Cage had that momentum, it was definitely on his side the entire time. And then Cody Rhodes, really in the matter of 2 moves, able to turn the tide of that match there. Exciting, exciting stuff on AEW Dynamite. All right, let's run down the rest of this card. Brody Lee taking on Orange Cassidy. Who do you guys like for this one? It's got to be Brody, right?
Is a big man to overcome.
It's got to be Brody Lee, right? It's Orange Cassidy. What the fuck?
He threw some orange juice at him.
The Hybrid 2 taking on the Dark Order. Dark Order coming up with a big night tonight. Outside of that Brody Lee loss. Matt Hardy taking on Jake Hager. Matt Hardy walks away the victor there. Santana and Ortiz taking on the Young Bucks. Santana and Ortiz walk away with the victory. Chris Jericho doing a self-promotion promo, but Dustin Rhodes comes in and interrupts. And in our main event, the Best Friends, Trent and Chuck Taylor taking on FTR. And it's FTR that walks away with the victory. All right, it's time now for NXT.
Is there a reason that Trent has a question mark at the end of his name?
Yeah. I mean, that's... yes, as in that's the way that Wikipedia lists it.
That's amazing.
That's... I'm not sure if it's on his actual nameplate or not. It should be, though. All right, taking a look at NXT, we've got Io Shirai taking on Dakota Kai, Pete Dunne and Noam Dar. In our second match, Damian Priest takes on Killian Dane, Fandango and Tyler Breeze taking on Legado de Fantasma. Adam Cole takes on Johnny Gargano. That's a classic right there. Finn Balor takes on Velveteen Dream. And in our main event, Walter takes on Joe Coffey. All right, guys. No Willie Anderson this week, unfortunately. But I'm kind of curious about this Io Shirai Dakota Kai match. What do you guys think?
Is it just me, or does Dakota Kai look pissed like she has to lift her shirt up?
Yeah, oh yeah. She definitely looks pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't mean to flash you.
There's a couple of really strong matches in this week's NXT. I would be fine with that women's match. I think Finn versus Velveteen is going to be a great match, and I think Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano is going to be a barn burner. So any of those matches is a winner.
Cole and Gargano is another good one. Shawnee, what do you think?
Yeah, maybe we should double dip on this one and do this women's match and the Gargano Adam Cole.
All right, I think that's what we're going to do. Io Shirai and Dakota Kai, plus we're going to check out Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. That's today on NXT. I like how we got dinged on our last video for the AC/DC song, but this song never gets dinged. And
No.
it's Slipknot, you know what I mean? Like it's
Feel it in at the beginning of Raw.
yeah, like you would think.
The game knows what
It's
shows
an
it likes.
AC/DC song from an album in the 90s that no one quite remembers. And that's the one that they're like, nope, you can't have that.
Yeah, kind of shows you who you should or shouldn't use on your streams. Just a little anecdotal evidence. All right, Io Shirai versus Dakota Kai. Who do you like on this one?
It's hard to cheer against Io Shirai, but Dakota has got to be my favorite Kiwi.
Oh, I love Dakota.
Rowdy ass crowd right now.
Yeah.
Making her way to the ring from Japan, the NXT Women's Champion.
I know I've said it before on this stream, but I don't think out of her and Asuka and the Pirate Princess, I think Io is the one that translated the quickest, easiest as a heel and a face.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. I think Asuka is the biggest star out of the three of them, but in terms of versatility, yeah, I think Io does a really, really nice job.
And her work is absolutely incredible. I mean, I think she's top in the world. She's got a very diverse move set, and she's just silky smooth in the ring. It's incredible.
Talk about someone who can play both a face and a heel. Dakota Kai is another one that fits that bill for sure.
Yeah, agreed. She's a very well-rounded professional wrestler.
Yeah.
She's got the physicality. I think she's pretty all right on the microphone, and like you said, she can go between good guy and bad guy fairly easily.
Well, she had almost a Bayley gimmick before she turned heel. So, like, and that's got to be tough as, like, a grown-ass woman to pull off, so.
Her and Bayley turned heel around the same time, and I remember for weeks thinking that Dakota Kai adapted to it much faster.
Yes, I agree. Totally agree. All right, collar and elbow tie-up. Going up against the ropes. Oh, wow, and Io Shirai coming up with a big slap to the face. No respect to Dakota Kai. Now, Kai whipping Shirai into the corner. Big Irish whip. And now up into a fireman's carry. And wow!
That woke up the leader of, or the coach of Team Kick.
Hey. Absolutely. Wow, what a boot to the face.
Don't give it, you got to take it.
More kicks to the face from Dakota Kai. And now another collar and elbow tie-up down into a headlock. And Dakota, wow, just working on the head and neck area of Io Shirai. Io Shirai reversing that with a head scissors.
Big Russian leg sweep.
Kick right to the solar plexus. Oh, wow.
Axe kick. Oh,
wow.
Kick too.
A trio of kicks right there from Dakota Kai and her educated feet.
Yeah, I think if either of these ladies decided to work on the legs of the other one, it would be a smart strategy.
Yeah, absolutely right. And now Io Shirai coming up with a big head to the knee. I don't even know what to call that. And now, wow, Dakota Kai,
that jumping forearm,
immediately reversing the momentum.
And she's also using the force.
Yeah, a little bit of telekinesis there.
Yes. Cover and one. I think that's actually the mod that does that. It's because Io Shirai's proportions are so small that, like, if you notice when she gets whipped into the corner, it's not quite like her elbows are in the ropes, not quite on the ropes.
Sure.
All right, into the ropes. Wow, nice Hurricane Rana there from Io Shirai. And taking Dakota Kai down with stomps. Now, a reversal from Dakota Kai. Kick to the midsection. What's she setting up for here? Oh, a power bomb from Dakota Kai. Wow.
It's easy to forget that Dakota Kai does have some pretty good upper body strength, especially when she's fighting somebody smaller than her like Io Shirai.
That is absolutely true. You know, we may not see those power moves when she's fighting someone like Raquel Gonzalez or Mercedes Martinez. But yeah, you go up against an Io Shirai and you can throw her around pretty well. Basement dropkick from Io Shirai to the knee of Dakota Kai. Of course, Dakota has a weak wheel. Struggled with knee injuries since she's come to NXT.
Set up after that back spring elbow. All right.
Driving Dakota Kai down to the mat. Kick to the back now.
Crossface?
Crossface.
Locked in.
Oh, wow. She's really cinching it in. Io Shirai has really cinched that crossface in. And look at the angle of Dakota Kai's back. And Dakota Kai able to reverse it into a kick to the midsection. Wow. Oh, wow. More kicks directly to the head of Io Shirai. Oh, she's seeing stars right now.
And you notice Dakota Kai started with a series of headlocks, which will wear down the head and neck, making those kicks make even more damage.
Absolutely. And coming up with a big Hurricane Rana there. Whip now into the corner. Dakota Kai could be setting Io Shirai up. Here we go. Oh, what a boot to the head. Io Shirai's got to be out.
Got to take advantage of that.
Dakota Kai into the cover, center of the ring. 1. Oh, kick out
The
at
champ
1.
kicked out at 1.
Wow.
That boot wasn't enough to knock her down.
Io Shirai with all the disrespect to Dakota Kai. Another kick to the midsection.
Ooh, shit.
Wow.
That's got to be it.
That's got to be it. 1, 2, 3.
Nice.
Dakota Kai coming up. What was that? Was almost like a Canadian destroyer, but it was like a code breaker.
If we had the replay, I wish I could see it again. But yeah, she pulled that off with the quickness and made sure that Io Shirai felt all of that in her neck and head.
Oh, and what could...
Now Io Shirai wants a handshake after all the disrespect she gave her in that match.
And they used the force as well. May the force be with you, as always.
Big victory for Dakota Kai there.
And let's remember that Io Shirai is the NXT Women's Champion.
Absolutely.
She just beat the Women's Champion. That's got to mean something down the line.
Beat her clean. Beat her clean. Excellent matchup there from Dakota Kai and Io Shirai. But don't go anywhere, folks, because we've got plenty more NXT action as we're going to check out Adam Cole, backed by the Undisputed Era, taking on Johnny Gargano. Pete Dunne coming up with a victory there against Noam Dar in our second match. Damian Priest and Killian Dane, 2 big hosses kicking 7 shades of shit out of one another. Damian Priest comes up with that victory there. Breezango takes on Legado de Fantasma. Legado de Fantasma coming up with the victory. And here we go. It's our second match in NXT. Adam Cole takes on Johnny Gargano. Who do you like in this? Because I've got to say, I am a big Adam Cole fan, and I'm not as high on Johnny Gargano, to be honest with you. So I'm definitely pulling for Adam Cole here.
Yeah, likewise. I'm much more of an Adam Cole guy than Gargano. I mean, I absolutely respect what he's done in the game, and especially in NXT. But he just never gets over with me.
Yeah. Gotta love the Undisputed Era's show of force.
Said you gotta bring the boys with you.
4 of the most talented folks in professional wrestling today. They've wrestled all over the world and coming up with big championships in every region that they've wrestled in. 2-time NXT champion, NXT North American champion, NXT Tag Team champions. They've held them all.
I've always found this interesting. Several years ago, Adam Cole was on Stone Cold Steve Austin's podcast and said that he likes to play a face more than he likes to play a heel, which is so interesting because he's just been crushing this heel role for so many years.
He's so good at it.
Era.
Yeah, that's the only thing that makes me kind of excited for this face turn that Undisputed Era is going through right now is that quote. Because if he thinks he's better at it, bring it on. I'd love to see it.
And I don't think it can be understated how hard it is to put away Johnny Gargano. If Johnny really wants a victory, he is nearly undefeatable.
Well, and that is clear from his absolute train wrecks of matches with Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, they've put each other through more furniture than I think I have ever owned in my life.
I have learned more about how a wrestling ring is put together by watching Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa tear one apart.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano. This is not the first time that they've stepped in the ring with one another. These two opponents know each other very well. Starting off, snap suplex from Johnny Gargano. Cole now making his way to his feet. Nice jawbreaker there. Now
it's hard enough to keep your mind on a match when there is one guy outside the ring. When he's got his whole posse outside the ring, Johnny Gargano's got an uphill battle.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is that you're not just dealing with Adam Cole. There are 3 other extremely talented wrestlers there on the outside. That if you find yourself outside, if the ref's back happens to be turned, you're definitely going to be tangoing with one, if not all 3 of those gentlemen. Johnny Gargano's got a mountain in front of him. And as we were talking about action on the outside, Roddy Strong just standing by, waiting to make his move. Wow. Ooh. Wow, what a Frankensteiner there from Johnny Gargano.
And dangerously close to the ring steps.
Absolutely. Now Adam Cole reversing the momentum and coming up with a big enziguri. Adam Cole now taking the action back into the ring. Gargano with a Northern Lights suplex.
The prettiest of all suplexes.
It is a good-looking suplex. Oh, trying to trade blows, and both of them come up empty. Adam Cole now.
Don't you touch me.
Float over neck breaker. Bobby Fish on the outside celebrating. Down into the cover 1, only getting a 1. Kick to the midsection. Oh, vicious DDT.
Very fluid.
He put all of his weight behind that. Oh, what is this? Stomp to the midsection.
Inserting his size 11 right into Johnny Gargano's breadbasket.
Now Adam Cole going to work on hand and wrist. All of those very important joints down there. Into the cover 1. Oh, 1 and 2/4. That'd be a half. Stomp now right between the shoulder blades.
To ask him about grams and ounces.
No one told me there'd be math, Chuck.
Gargano with a clothesline in the corner as Cole was throwing up the 2-sweet. Oh, wow.
Woo. Slingshot leg drop to the outside, too. On
that's gotta hurt. Cole's rocked, and now Gargano with those accurate elbows.
All precision.
Measuring him.
Cole now down into the cover. He wants to go home. 1. That's it. He's only getting a 1.
Gotta blame the ref on that count.
Yeah.
And you got to think the fact that Cole went for a cover without doing a big move before it kind of tells a story. It kind of tells you that he is hurting.
Forearms now to the face of Johnny Gargano as Adam Cole taps the temple. Kick to the midsection. Oh, wow. What a neck breaker. 1,
I hate that move.
2.
That move hurts just to see.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like to take.
Oh, here we go.
He's going for it.
Adam Cole setting up. Coming off the ropes, and the last shot. That's got to be it. Down into the cover now. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Adam Cole comes up with the victory. No help from the Undisputed Era needed.
Convincing. Johnny is not the best sign holder.
I feel like Johnny Gargano could have kicked out of that last shot, but he knew that the odds were just stacked against him too high. Live to fight another night.
Impressive victory from Adam Cole there as we move on to 205 Live. Still some opportunity here for Willie Anderson to get booked tonight. Plus, got to find out whether or not Chuck Bean is working tonight, or Mr. Bean, rather. Here we go. Velveteen Dream coming up with that victory against Finn Balor. That's bizarre. And in our main event, Walter takes on Joe Coffey. Walter coming up with the victory there, as it should be.
Mark my words, Chad Gable will feel my revenge.
All right, let's check out the card for 205 Live. Oh!
Hey, hardest working man in Cruiserweight history.
Here we go. Cruiserweight champion Willie Anderson is booked in the main event tonight, but let's run down the card here. We've got Pete Dunne taking on Flash Morgan Webster. Jordan Devlin takes on Drake Maverick. Tony Nese takes on Arya Daivari. Tyler Bate versus James Drake. Now, the last couple of weeks, you have been in tag matches.
Yeah, I haven't been liking that shit.
Let's see whether or not it's a tag match or whether Willie Anderson is going back to singles. Oh, here we go. Willie Anderson taking on Isaiah Swerve Scott. I know which match we're calling. It's 205 Live. And I believe since the last time he was featured on this program that Isaiah Swerve Scott has received an update. So excited to show off that character model.
Is that not who Willie Anderson beat for the Cruiserweight title?
Who'd you beat for the Cruiserweight title?
It's been so long, I don't even remember.
It might have been.
It for so long, it's inconsequential information.
It might have been. I don't even remember. All right, Pete Dunne taking on Flash Morgan Webster. Pete Dunne coming up with the victory there. Jordan Devlin against Drake Maverick. Jordan Devlin wins there. Tony Nese taking on Arya Daivari. Tony Nese with the victory. Tyler Bate taking on James Drake. James Drake wins that one. And here we go. It's our main event. Willie Anderson taking on Isaiah Swerve Scott.
Yeah, baby.
So last couple of weeks you've been in tag team matches. Now back to your singles competition. What happened?
I don't know. Somebody don't like me in booking. One of those writers don't like me.
Tried to? Are you saying that they were trying to bury you in those tag matches?
They were, but I was successful. I'm the Cruiserweight champion, and I'll make that belt more prestigious than the world title.
There we go. All right, here we go. It's 205 Live. Willie Anderson coming out to the ring looking focused, ready to do battle.
Got that Purple Rain belt on.
That's right.
And not just one gold chain, multiple gold chains.
Well, of course.
Still not a big fan of that green.
Look, don't hate me because I'm beautiful with my belt.
Fan of Swerve Scott, but I do not think that he's ready for this.
You know, I don't think he's ready either. I got to say, his last match at TakeOver was not my favorite, but that had more to do with the way that the finish played out than anything. I like Swerve Scott. He is a great wrestler, but he has got a mountain to climb here against Willie All right, action underway. Straight into the center of the ring, collar and elbow tie-up, and Willie Anderson showing off his power right out of the gate. Twice even. Forearm there from Isaiah Swerve Scott into a snap suplex.
I think that forearm shot took Anderson out of it, man.
Here we go, another tie-up, and again, Anderson showing off the power.
Yeah, Isaiah Scott's going to have to hit and run in this match. He's not going to want to tie up and keep going power for power with Big Willie Anderson there.
Willie Anderson now working on the shoulder of Swerve. And Swerve, whoa!
Jumping
DDT, wow.
I'm very impressed with that.
Kick now to the midsection, and Willie Anderson says, have one of your own.
Said, give him a receipt.
Kick now to the midsection. And another one. Oh, what a backbreaker there from Swerve Scott.
Taking a little too much time. Got caught up. Oh, the disrespect.
Continuing to work on the back now. Swerve down into the cover. One. And a kick out at one. Anderson now making his way to his feet. Up against the ropes. Taking shots right to the knee. Hanging him up down on the second rope.
I'm not liking this.
Swerve setting up for something. Oh wow. That's going to do damage to the neck right there.
Oh, and he's taunting me, man. He's really beating me up. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. Willie Anderson now with the jawbreaker.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, I understand Willie Anderson has a new moveset that he's wrestling with here this week. Into the cover, one. Kick out at one.
Trying something out.
Got some new moves that he's going to be showing off here. Whoa!
Wow. Right to the face.
Kick.
What a kick to the face, and Willie Anderson looks rocked, taking another knee to the head. Ooh. And forearm shots forcing Willie Anderson into the corner.
Isaiah Scott is picking apart Willie Anderson right now. Oh, shit.
Corner power bomb.
I'm shocked to see the champ just taking it like this. He
Those two
seems
tag
almost
matches,
unprepared.
Those two tag matches.
Whoa!
Put me out. Whoa!
What a cutter there. This might be it. 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Man.
Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. Those tag matches threw me off, man.
It was a shocking upset.
Yeah, Isaiah Swerve Scott came to play tonight and make his case to be the number one contender against that cruiserweight title.
All right, well, we're going to go down now to Shawnee Constant with an interview with Willie Anderson.
Willie, what happened down there?
Thank you, Your Honor. See, the night before I had this bitch try to lick the side of my kneecaps, and your boy don't play that shit. So you know what I had to do? I had to go ahead and put that bitch in the torture rack. But what happened was I was too busy trying to get the Nation of Domination to show up and put her ass in the vice lock. But my boy Cole Cabana told me I can only do the grip, and then I was too busy having fun with that bitch. So it threw me off my game. That's what happened. See, Isaiah Swerve Scott picked up on I was tired. I was carrying all that gold. I had that heavy-ass coat on. I was trying to go home. But he took advantage of that, and that's why I lost.
But what about the ugly green?
Look, don't ask me about my color choices, man. Look, the green is for the money. The gold is for the honey. Listen and understand that. And when you are a champion, when you carry gold, you wear what you want.
Well, you're going to have to perform a lot better than that if you want to remain champion, sir. Good luck to you.
It was been your pleasure, I'm sure.
All right, there we go. Thank you, Shawnee, with the interview with Willie Anderson after that crushing defeat. All right, let's take a look now what's going on Smackdown.
No softball questions when you got to deal with Shawnee Constant down at ringside.
Very true. We've got Braun Strowman taking on King Corbin in our opening bout. We've got Bayley taking on Sasha Banks for the Intercontinental Championship. Got Elias taking on Jeff Hardy.
Your boy Elias on a come up.
Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler taking on Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. You got Jey Uso and Tony Nese in there.
Rivalry.
We've also got Daniel Bryan taking on Sheamus, and in our main event, Roman Reigns taking on AJ Styles. Well, I think we've got to call this Intercontinental Championship match, don't you?
I'm just mad
We've
it's
got
not
to
a
know
ladder
who
match.
the champ's going to be.
Gotta know. Sad no Mr. Bean. Another week where the only one of us that we see is Willie Anderson.
Look, I got booked and I still lost. I was still on TV.
That's true. Better than I did this week, that's for sure. All right, here we go. It's the Intercontinental Championship match coming up on SmackDown. And instead of turning up the music, I'm actually going to turn down the music so that we don't end up getting another copyright strike on our YouTube channel. Thanks, AC/DC.
Are you ready? Are you ready for a DMCA?
Really? We don't even have any a paralegal go up against that. Really?
Right? Come on, man.
You should literally just get the original SmackDown theme and put it in there instead.
I think Nate is the only one that has a notebook.
You know what? I might be able to track down that original SmackDown. Is that the one that was? Yeah, I hated that. It was horrible. All right, Braun Strowman versus King Corbin. Braun Strowman takes the victory easily there. We've got Bayley and Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks coming up with the victory. Could that be an omen for what we could see at Hell in the Cell this weekend? Might be. All right, here's the matchup that we're going to be calling. It's Jeff Hardy taking on Elias for the Intercontinental Championship. This is exciting. This is, I think, maybe has Elias ever held a championship?
I don't think so.
I don't think he has. So this may be the biggest match of Elias's career.
His moment.
The Battle of the Rock Stars.
That's right.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Intercontinental Championship.
As we all remember, he may or may have hit Elias with his car.
That's right. It's the continuation of that dumbass storyline.
Jeff Hardy doing his best Akira Tozawa Ninja / Retribution. Routine on Raw.
At least the song that he played wasn't horrible. Could have been way worse.
Yeah, it was not.
It wasn't
almost
good.
Horrible in how non-offensive it was.
Yeah. Well, when you have Def Rebel backing you up, you know you're pretty much going to be getting a C- song out of it.
Yeah, his last EP a year ago was some very fun, goofy songs.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure about the. I mean, it'll probably work with the audience they have, but I don't. It's such a weird way to create music as art.
Yeah.
You want to talk about songs, nothing can get you more pumped up than hearing Jeff Hardy's music.
See, I'm to the point now where I always feel like I may see a man die. So I don't get as excited as I used to.
Sure.
So when did murder become PG? We got cotton candy bubblegum Jeff today.
Yeah. Pink Jeff.
Fruit stripe Jeff.
Oh, what was that? What was that gum?
Yeah, that's it.
Ice cream
Was
truck.
it fruit stripe?
The last
Fruit
8 seconds.
Yeah, that's right. It is good to see him healthy though, and not, smacked out of his bin.
That's true.
Absolutely. I don't know about you guys, but out of all the belt redesigns that we have right now, I think the IC belt looks the coolest.
Yeah, I do like the IC belt. I also kind of like the United States Championship. I like that a lot more than the last one that had all the red, white, and blue shit on it.
Yeah.
It's a little on the nose.
You didn't like that sweet Spinner U.S. Championship, though?
Oh, God. No.
Or the Spinner WWE World or WWE Championship?
Those were the worst. Those were the worst belts ever.
I have to say, I did like the All-American belt when Kevin Owens held it. He held that title like a real champ. One of my favorite runs.
I just loved that he had a giant picture of his face on the ramp that he had to walk across while he was the face of America.
All right, here we go. Action about to get underway from Jeff Hardy and Elias. And Elias coming out of the gate strong. Luthez press.
Taking it straight to the champ.
Says, I want that Intercontinental belt. Oh, DDT there from Elias. Goes for the kick and misses. Jeff Hardy now to his feet and coming back with some forearms and some strikes.
Jeff Hardy gives up a lot of power in this match, but there's no doubt who's more athletic.
Absolutely. And there's no doubt who's willing to take bigger risks. Nice. Suplex there from Elias. And a kick to the back.
And one thing, much like Brian Cage over in AEW, people constantly work on his shoulder. You have to remember that when you're fighting Jeff Hardy, he's almost starting every match hurt. So while
That's
he's
very
willing
true.
to put his body on the line, you can basically pick a body part and really start working on it right.
What is Elias doing here? Oh, wow.
What in the world, man?
Oh, my God. One. Elias says, no, I've got more damage that I want to do to you.
That's the lack of disrespect right there. And he's
that
doing this to the champion.
To haunt him.
The arrogance of Elias doing this in a championship match. Side Russian leg sweep there. Kick to the back. I love how Jeff Hardy still wears UFO pants. Like, I don't even know where you would go and buy those anymore.
He's still going to Spencer's, man.
Hot Topic doesn't even carry them. Whip now into the corner.
We have a running theory that back in the early 2000s, him and Matt, every time they would go to a town, would hit the local Hot Topic and buy about 5 pairs.
I would not
hanging on to it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they bought the company and were like, "Listen, you're going to make us wrestling gear from now on," and they just have to make 4 pants a year. And down now into the cover, 1, and Jeff Hardy kicks out at 1.
Hey, man. These are never going to go out of style.
That's a good Jeff Hardy.
Elias now with a big jumping knee. Another one. Crowd's really not liking Elias taking all of this momentum.
3 jumping knees. 4 jumping knees. And a boot to go home.
Oh, gee.
Jeff Hardy now. Oh, and Elias. Military press slam there.
No
it's just
respect.
A random set of
power
moves.
you were talking about.
And he's going up to the top. High risk maneuver.
Whoa, what an elbow. Down now into the cover. Elias 1, 2, championship on the line. 3.
Wow! What an upset.
Wow.
Diving elbow finish a la Randy Savage.
Unbelievable. Elias is your new Intercontinental Champion. I can't even believe this.
He's going to use that championship for a slide on his guitar.
I still only recognize Sami Zayn as the one and true Intercontinental Champion.
That is fair. Well, if you want to see the IC Championship at Super Universe mode now, you're going to have to walk with Elias.
That's very true. Unbelievable. I legitimately, that surprised me. All right, AC/DC, I'll turn you down. Jaxler taking on Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. And Jaxler walking away with the victory there. Jey Uso, he should be able to make short work of Tony Nese because Tony Nese is only about 4'10". Daniel Bryan taking on Sheamus. Daniel Bryan coming up with the victory there.
And the Battle of the Beards.
And in our main event, Roman Reigns taking on AJ Styles. Roman Reigns walks away with that victory.
And proves he has the prettiest hair.
I wonder how many phenomenal forearms AJ missed in that match.
At least 5.
I was going to say at least 2. You're probably right.
And that will do it for SmackDown Live this week. And actually, that's going to do it for Super Universe for us as well. We're going to run down the card here real quick for Raw and give you a little bit of a mod showcase before we split. But next week, you can look forward to NXT TakeOver Chicago. Let's take a look next week at what we can expect for Raw. We've got Randy Orton taking on The Big Show in our opening match. We've also got Apollo Crews taking on Buddy Murphy. Mickey James going up against Peyton Royce. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler continue their feud. Aleister Black taking on Dominik Dijakovic. Rey Mysterio takes on Old Man Edge. And in our main event, it's a triple threat match between Kevin Owens, Cedric Alexander, and Humberto Carrillo. All right, so we started this last week, and I want to continue doing this because I finally had a chance to finish the video. Last week we showed off one of the new, the newly added characters, the newly modded in characters that will be at some point joining the roster for Super Universe, and we're going to continue that today by taking a look at New Japan's Jay White.
Very exciting. What an exciting week in Super Universe mode. We got a new IC champion. We had an amazing match between Isaiah Swerve Scott and Willie Anderson. 2 great matches out of NXT.
Absolutely. Great week in Super Universe mode. All right, let's check out the entrance for Jay White.
Catering was delicious.
There we go. The newest addition to WWE 2k19 Super Universe, Switchblade Jay White. And that will now do it for us this week here on the One Fall Show Super Universe mode. Guys, thank you for hanging out with us live over at twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. If you want to catch up on any of the action you might have missed, you can always catch our shows over on YouTube. Just search The One Fall Show on YouTube, and you'll be able to find our channel. By the way, it would mean a lot to us if you would go there and hit the subscribe button. We have to meet a minimum threshold, a minimum threshold of subscribers in order to get one of those fancy youtube.com/onefallshow URLs. So it would help us out tremendously if you could head on over there and actually throw us a subscription. Also, make sure that you check out the One Fall Show, onefallshow.podbean.com. It's a quiz show and a wrestling podcast all wrapped into one. And we would hope that you check it out. Again, that's onefallshow.podbean.com. My name's Nate Bender. You can find me online at Nate Benderama, and of course, streaming live over at twitch.tv/Limit Break Radio. Will, let them know where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter at WillieZoo7. Come see my shit, bitch.
That's right. Chuck, let them know where they can find you.
I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/CHZUCK, playing Rock Band on Sundays and playing some old games throughout the week. You can also find me on the Nerd Radio podcast and WRF.com and on the Talk Horror to Me podcast with Shawnee Constant.
And, of course, the $17 man, Shawnee Constant. Where can they find you online?
Hey, you can find me running the One Fall Show Twitter account, and find me over at Talk Horror to Me. We have rebooted it, and I am excited about that.
That's what's up. Thank you for joining us for the One Fall Show Super Universe. We'll see you next week.
Step into a Slim Jim.
Well,